Всем привет, моим дорогим зрителям и подписчикам. Ой, моим дорогим скелетам. С вами я, Скелет 36. И я сегодня продолжаю играть в Deponia. Да. Начинаем новую игру. Да. Опять обучение.
What's this all about? Isn't that Ms. Hinkle's junk press?
No, that's the junk press from my trawler. You need to help me fix it.
Yeah, but it looks exactly like Ms. Hinkle's junk press from the tutorial in part 1.
So what? Who's going to notice? Those who played part 1 don't even need a tutorial.
Yeah, but I bet they're gonna play it through anyway, because they just can't get enough of me. Count me out. I'm definitely not gonna suffer through this whole tutorial thing again. I mean, it was stupid enough the first time around.
Ah, come on. Little repetition can't hurt.
Then how do you explain this blister? That is where I burned myself when I repeatedly put my hand on a hot stove.
You never learn, do you?
Au contraire, I have a nearly photographic memory.
Do you now? So, do you remember how to use the interface in order to talk to someone?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead.
Давай, поговори со мной.
Just point the
Просто
cursor at
наведи на
me
меня
and
курсор и
left click
щелкни,
as soon as
когда
the
появится
speech
значок
balloon icon
разговора.
appears.
No prompting.
Не подсказывай.
Talk to Bozo.
You don't have to say that
И
aloud.
вовсе не обязательно это
Who's
говорить.
talking to you?
С кем ты
Hello
разговариваешь?
there. You clicked on
Ты щелкнул
me.
по мне.
Yeah, and I regret it already.
уже
But you see,
жалею об этом.
there's nothing left
Ну,
here
видишь
that
ли,
you
в
could teach
общем,
me.
я
You don't even know
Даже не знаешь, как
how to look
смотреть на
at an
предмет.
object.
But I already
Но я
know
знаю,
that.
I
как это
see.
делать.
And how?
I
Ясно,
point
и
at it
как.
with my mouse
Я
cursor and
навожу,
right-click when the eye icon
ну,
appears.
мышку
Nonsense.
и щелкаю
That's not an
правой
eye.
кнопкой
It's a
мышки.
ping pong ball.
With a pupil?
Yeah, it's loaded.
Why would they use a loaded ping pong ball as an icon for the action examine?
I'm about to demonstrate that using the small object lying on the ground over there by pointing the cursor at it and right-clicking as soon as the ping pong ball appears.
I'm holding my breath.
Поехали. Все, мы смотрим.
What's that?
It's
А
the
что это?
reactor lead
Это
head.
ведущий
But
стержень
it was a
реактора.
cathode
Ну,
plunger
в
in the
прошлой
last
игре это был
game.
It's the lead head.
Это
Believe
ведущий
me.
стержень.
You
Уж
need
поверь.
it to repair the
И он
press.
And
нужен
how
для этого.
exactly am I going to
Для
do
этого
that
пресса, короче.
if I can't even pick the thing up?
Sure you can pick it up.
Конечно, можешь
Just point
надевать
at
на
it with
нее
the mouse to
курсор
make
и,
the hand
короче,
icon
кликай левой
appear.
кнопкой мышки,
Then
чтобы поднять
left
её.
click
Потом
to pick it
сюда
up.
вот.
Oh no, this has to
Нет,
be
я должен
easier.
способ попроще. Поднимай.
Huh?
А?
Where'd it go?
А куда он
You
делся?
put it in your
Ты
inventory.
его положил в инвентарь.
You know, where all
Ну,
your items
куда
go.
обычно
You pick the
попадают твои
thing
вещи.
up.
Ты
Now use the
подобрал.
mouse
Теперь
wheel to
открой
open the
инвентарь
inventory.
колесиком мыши.
Hey, there it is.
Ага, вот он.
Exactly.
Именно. Теперь
Now this is your inventory.
деталь у
I
тебя в
knew
инвентаре.
that.
Here you
Я
can
так и
view all
знал.
the stuff
Здесь
you're
ты
lugging
можешь
around.
посмотреть.
You remember how to do that, don't you?
Сейчас. Осталось их только совместить и все. Ой, блин. Ну ладно. И так сойдет.
Look here, Bozo. I
Я
fixed
ее
the part.
починил.
I won't believe
Я
that
поверю,
until I see it in
пока не
operation.
увижу своими
I
глазами.
know. My
Я знаю,
handyman
я
skills
просто-
are really
Я
incredible.
просто прирожденный механик. Ну, используем тогда вот сюда.
It fits.
Next you need to...
Затем тебе...
Hey,
зачем
you don't
тебе
have to
это?
spoon feed me. I'll manage the rest.
Whatever.
Ну, как хочешь.
When you're ready, you
Когда будешь
need
готов,
to.
тебе надо
Hold your
будет...
horses, will ya? It's just a
лошадей.
button.
Это
I
всего лишь
think I
кнопка.
can manage without your help.
Думаю, я справлюсь.
Rufus, don't.
Руфус,
You're standing right
Ты
under the...
стоишь прям
Don't
под...
panic.
Без
You
паники.
don't think I'd fall for the same
Ты
feeble
что,
gag
думаешь, что я
twice?
снова поведусь на это?
So, what was that again? I
Тут,
pushed
тут.
this button
Я
here.
нажимал на кнопку,
and
а
then-
затем...
Didn't look all that feeble to me.
И не смотри так на меня. Чё за... Я не понимаю.
They came out of nowhere
Ладно, сами читай.
with their
Они
cruisers,
со своими
plasma
крейсерами,
weapons, and mechanical
плазменными
beards.
пушками и механизмами такого
Organons.
органонца.
They took our village
Они
by
захватили
force.
нашу деревню.
They left nothing
За собой
behind
они
but tears and
оставили лишь
devastation.
разруху и слезы.
They were
Они
looking
искали
for gold
гол,
and Elysium,
Элизианку.
the girl that
Девушку,
fell
павшую с
from the
неба.
sky. And only one
И только
person
один
was
человек был
prepared to
готов
save her.
ее спасти.
He woke her up,
Он привел ее в чувство.
contacted her
Он
fiancé,
связался с ее женихом
and took her
и
to the
доставил
lower
ее на
ascension
нижнюю
station,
подъемную станцию.
only to learn the
Лишь с
shocking
тем,
truth
чтобы
once he got
там
there.
узнать ужасную правду.
Cletus,
Клитус,
Gold's
жених
fiancé,
Гол,
wasn't acting out of
действовал
love.
вовсе не из любви к ней.
He had an
У него
agreement
был уговор
with Ulysses,
с
the mysterious leader
Улиссом,
of the
таинственным
Organon,
предводителем
and
органов,
Argus,
и его
his right
помощником
hand.
Аргусом.
They needed
Им
the
нужен
ascension
был
code,
годы доступа,
hidden away in
доступа,
Gold's
записанные в
brain
мозгах.
implant, and they wanted to
Мозговом
erase
импланте
her
Гол.
memory.
Они хотели
They
взорвать
wanted to make
Депонию.
sure
Они хотели
no
скрыть
Elysian would
от
ever
Elysian
know that
то,
our
что наша
world
планета
is
населена.
inhabited.
Музыка
For their
прикольная,
goal
потому
was
что у
terrible
них
beyond
была
imagination.
жуткая цель.
They wanted to blow
Они
up
хотели
our world.
взорвать нашу планету.
But they had failed
Но
to
они не
reckon
учли,
with
что
the lie.
кое-кто внимательно следил за ними, скажем так.
He swapped
Он
the
подменил
cartridges,
картриджи.
and he
И восстановил
restored
память
Gold's
Гол,
memory so that she
чтобы
could
она
bear the
рассказала
truth to Elysium.
правду.
The name of
Этого
this one
человека,
man, this
этого
selfless hero,
самоотверженного героя,
was
звали Руфус. Блин, я этот вот кусок заснял, я так с этого просто заржал. Только не говори, что это вся история.
That was the first part.
Только первая
I think
часть.
it's going to be a
Мне
trilogy.
кажется, это будет еще... Звучит немного невероятно.
Yeah,
Невероятно
unbelievably
круто.
cool.
Ага. Но если все и правда было так, разве я сейчас не должна быть Клитосом? Что ты тут делаешь? Где Клитос? Почему я ничего не могу вспомнить? И я, конечно, извиняюсь, но... Почему в диск
Oh,
цыплят
that.
ну,
Oh, well,
дело в том...
I was about to get to that part.
Я как раз это
So
собирался
listen up.
рассказать. В общем, музыка, обожаю ее, просто капец.
You're being pathetic again about accurate bacteria in the fridge. It's getting boring, but packing bags due to dirty socks I threw to lampshades rim borders some Lanadon's gone. Didn't I explicate it? Are you still not persuaded? There's cracks growing on your tympanic membrane. Remember Deponia, self-sacrifices and gosh, now have to start all over again. Start all over again.
Как-то так. Я дальше не проходил, а сейчас чуть-чуть осталось. Вот. Совсем чуть-чуть, до куда я дошел, потом у меня
Trash.
запись.
Trash.
Хлам, хлам. И снова хлам.
And more trash.
Isn't it adorable?
Красота,
Yeah, sure.
О, да.
Hard to imagine I ever wanted to leave
Я
here.
хотел сказать.
Rufus. This is the lad
Вот
I
этот
was
парень,
telling
о
you
котором я
about.
говорил.
What?
Вот это.
Him? From what you told
По
me,
твоим
I
рассказам
had
я
imagined a
представляла
smart
себе
young
молодого,
man, not a
умного
filthy
и
bum.
There's more to him
а
than
не
meets
этого
the eye.
бездельника.
When
Ну,
I
так просто
first met
говорится,
him,
когда мы
Rufus
только
was
познакомились,
still
Руфус
a...
был, как бы это
How shall I
сказать,
put this?
помягче.
Just say it. I was
Да
a
уж, я был
self-indulgent
самовлюбленным
slob,
хамом.
but I'm steadily
Я
improving.
работаю
That's
над
right.
собой.
Right
Вот
now,
точно.
for example, he is
Сейчас
helping
он
Bozo
помогает
to get the
Бозо
trawler
привести в
shipshape.
порядок его катер.
So I am. I was going to ask you whether I
Как
can
раз
borrow your
хотел
hammer.
спросить.
No problem. You can take it from my toolbox over there.
Thanks, Doc. You're the best.
А где он?
I still don't
Всё же я
know,
сомневаюсь.
really. Something just doesn't
Что-то
seem
с
right
этим
about that
пареньком
boy.
точно не так.
But Grandma
Поболел.
Utz, whatever are you
Что
talking
ты
about?
такое говоришь? Все? Так, и вот он. Взять. молоток.
Didn't you tell me that he suffers from an exaggerated opinion of
Мания
himself?
величия.
Those days are over. Rufus has
Boy.
learned a lot. He is much more careful than before.
Возьми молоток. выдерни.
Rufus seems like a brutal thug to me.
Rufus? Brutal? Never.
Давай вытащи. Бедная птичка, ей-богу. Ладно, бери.
Aren't you worried he might steal
Что он
something?
что-нибудь украдет.
I trust him
Я полностью
completely.
ему доверяю. А, вот куда птичка. Ой, холодильник, походу. Так, посмотрим. Ящик закрыть. Что это? А, вот молоток.
I just hope he
Здесь
doesn't
он
turn
не-
my whole house upside
Дом,
down.
ну. Ой, да ладно
He's
тебе,
just
Руфус. Он всего
getting
лишь
a
хочет
hammer.
взять
How much
молоток.
damage could he possibly do?
И как теперь тушить это все? Ты как можешь быть за одну секунду таким неуклюжим? Ладно, открываем. А, это туалет. Бляха. Что за кнопка? А, понятно.
Did he even wash his hands?
Of course he did. Rufus is very clean.
That's good. I have a very limited supply of water.
Так. Таню, что ли, достать?
I hope your young friend doesn't get too close to my John Thomas. The poor thing is so
Вот такой.
small and fragile.
Don't worry. The Rufus I know loves animals. He wouldn't harm the pretty little head of your John Thomas.
Да-да. Потушу, попробую огонь, тогда едем.
Will you promise me that he won't try to knock me out with a blunt instrument to steal my things?
Not Rufus. When I met him, he may have been a bit crude and sometimes even disrespectful, but at heart, he's a very good boy.
Дивизию. А как тебе...
And are you sure he knows what he's doing? He looked to me as though he's too stupid to push a button.
Appearances are deceiving. Rufus is a tinkerer, like me. He is perfectly familiar with every type of machine.
And are you sure he looked to me?
Rufus is a... He is per...
Надо что-то с огнем сделать.
And if he has to use the toilet, then he can do that on the trawler.
Of course, Grandma.
It's just that I have hardly any water left.
He's just getting a hammer.
And you're sure
What?
И что мне делать? Поговорить с доком?
May I interrupt for a moment?
Of course. Did you find the hammer?
Well, not exactly.
It's in my tool chest. You're welcome to take it, as long as you promise not to wreak havoc.
Not me.
Да-да, да-да, я не устрою. Чё мне, ёшкинку, делать? Пройти никуда я не могу. Бедная птица.
and you're sure
One...
То были нет смысла разговаривать. В ящике ничего нету. Тут огонь.
Can a person really change so much?
It's very simple. Once burned, twice shy. And Rufus has burned his fingers more than once. He has learned. I would bet the house on it.
Well, I still have my doubts. That Rufus looks to me like an arsonist.
You know what they say? No doubt burns so hot that it can't be extinguished with a wet tablecloth.
But my tablecloth is as dry as a bone. You would set the whole place on fire in the blink of an eye.
Oh, Grandma, that's just a saying. No one here is going to set anything on fire.
I'm sure he'll...
Rufus,
He looked to me...
don't be...
Что мне делать? Что мне делать? Что мне делать? Ох ты. Что мне делать? Что мне делать? Что мне делать? Что мне делать? Я не знаю. Я себя таким тупым чувствую, ей-богу. Сейчас, подожди-ка.
Oh,
Your fears are completely groundless. Rufus has become very careful since his last adventure.
Это очень плохо. Ну-ка, что если сюда вот это поставить?
if that's all true, then he must have turned himself around 180 degrees.
That's how it is. As if someone installed a power inverter in him.
And he shouldn't give John Thomas too much to drink under any circumstances.
Well, if that's all you're worried about,
Something like that can kill a little bird.
Rufus isn't going to drown your bird by accident.
You would ask before he used my water supply, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Good. Good. I have to get by on what I have until the end of the month.
Бедная птичка, чувств.
You almost have me convinced, but there is one thing that still worries me. He had better not clog my garbage disposal. The blades are so sharp. Things are always getting caught in there.
Oh, Grandma, you worry about the silliest things.
Так, ну что, нажимаем на
If
кнопку.
you promise me that he will be careful, everything is all right. Just as long as nothing happens to my John Thomas.
Promise.
Then I should apologize. I suppose your Rufus really must have improved.
Well, what do you know? Here it is.
Have you found it at last?
Yeah, sure.
It certainly took you long enough. I hope you didn't leave a mess.
Me? No way. But enough chit-chat. Bozo's waiting.
Just relax, Rufus. It's not like anything's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
By the way, what's that funky smell? Rufus, have you gone completely off the deep end? You almost set Grandma Utz's heart on fire.
All for a good cause.
You committing suicide?
No, I'm traveling to Elysium.
But Rufus, we've been through all that. I thought you would finally become reasonable.
Become reasonable? I am reasonable. And that's exactly why my plan is gonna work this time.
What plan are you talking about?
Well, what does it look like?
It looks like a madman's attempt to refute the principle of action and reaction.
Close enough.
Goodness gracious me.
As soon as I step on these bellows, the cork will hit the 3 targets one by one. In a spectacular chain reaction, this will cause the rockets to be lit and the safety rope to be cut. I have calculated everything. Just watch and learn. Oh, and keep away from the falling blade if you want to hold on to your fingers.
Поехали.
Take a good look.
Rufus, no!
Нет. Что за...
Uh-oh. Doc, that's not a good place for a nap. The Bunsen burner could boil away the water in the vase any minute. And when the scales pan goes up, it will trigger the guillotine. The fuse is already lit. Doc, are you listening? Wake up! Oh, what a bummer. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Darn it, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I think I can reach it. Oh, not quite. Must be because of the wind. The gas from the bottle is being blown toward the flames. Unfortunately, it isn't enough to light the gas. Too bad. That would be a cool party trick. And whoop! Oof, perfect body control, as always. I could hit that with a well-aimed toss, but that would just trigger the guillotine. And somehow, I doubt that Doc would still be in the mood for thunderous applause. It's already broken enough.
Так, нет, не то.
I could hit that with, but that would just trigger. And somehow, I doubt that Doc.
А ты не можешь, чтобы просто вот это вот перерезать? Было бы... А, нет, нужно еще фитиль. Понял. О, горит.
Very clever. I'll simply solve the problem through a process of elimination. Doc will be proud of it if he isn't decapitated in the next few seconds.
Ну, я все проделал.
Maybe that shouldn't affect the...
Опа.
That tickles. With the right momentum, I could catapult the black powder into the air intake of the bellows. Easy and totally realistic. If the black powder reaches the flames, it could ignite the gas. And then... there's bound to be an interesting chain reaction, whose outcome is very difficult to predict. What am I waiting for? Oh, it worked! I saved Doc!
Спас Дока. Да и все, продолжил. Ва! Это слишком плохо все получилось. Что за... Обалдеть, вот это разрезал. Наконец-то это вот разрезал, самое главное, блин. А, вот так вот он не попал. Что-то ты много трендишь. Руфус.
You haven't answered my question.
Ты
How
ответил
did
на
you
мой
get
вопрос.
here?
Как
I
ты
just
сюда
don't
попал?
understand.
Я ничего не понимаю.
That's because there is
Потому
nothing
что
to
я понимаю
understand.
ничего.
The whole story is
Вся его
nothing
история
but one
сплошная
big
грязная
filthy
ложь.
lie. almost as filthy as Rufus, but not quite.
Cletus?
Of course it's
Разумеется,
Cletus. Why would that surprise you? I am not the one who barged in here uninvited. I have come to save my planet. Well done, moron. Goal and I had reached an agreement. I was trying to keep the existence of the Deponians a secret from the Council of Elders, so that Deponia could be exploded. But Goal convinced me to tell the truth. We were just about to save Deponia. The escape pod was taking us to Elysium. Now, it's useless. We're not going to make it to Elysium, and the Council of Elders will never learn about the Deponians. Bravo, Rufus. That was a stroke of genius. Don't listen to him, Goal. He's lying through his teeth.
I don't know. His version does sound pretty convincing.
Remember, he's lied to you before. The Goal that I know would never have let him get away with it. That's because you only know one part of Goal, the part that is naive and idealistic. The Goal that I know is a fighter who will stand up for what she believes in. But there is a third part as well, and that part sides with me. Isn't that true, Goal? There is no third part. You tell him, Goal.
I just don't know. I can't remember a thing.
Of course you can't. Thanks to this Fleabag's brilliant intervention, your brain implant has been damaged. It's a habit of his. I'll fix it. Don't worry. You still don't get it, do you? We have no use for you here. If you really want to help Goal, then jump. We're directly over the ocean. With a little luck, you may even survive the fall. No! No, this isn't right! Oh, come on. Do what is best for Goal.
Что это? Плашка.
That looks like an ejector seat. Huh, there's still dust on the label. A shrink ray. That's even better than an ejector seat. Oh, come on. Do what is best for Goal. Wait, there's more dust. Awesome! A bear! That's my favorite so far. Huh, must be the ejector seat after all.
А что будет, если я на другое нажму?
Again, the shrink ray.
Допустим, вот на вот это вот.
I'm what's best for Goal. No, don't! Ha! Nothing. Why? I wonder if... Uh-oh! No! Goal!
Да ладно тебе, серьезно?
Goal! No, 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 no! You blasted idiot!
Идиот, реально.
Help me!
Hang on! Don't panic! I'll come and get you! Somehow! Do you finally realize the damage you're doing?
Cletus!
Don't panic. I'll get you. Why don't I do everyone a favor and kill you right here? I'm coming, Goal. Hang in there. Where do you think you're going? I'm on my way.
Watch out! The rope's going to break at any moment!
What are you doing? Did you really think you could get away like that? Say bye-bye, Rufus. Cletus, no!
Cletus!
Oh dear, what have I done?
Клитос сейчас так тупо поступил,
I
если
still
честно.
can't believe he really did that.
No need to worry, really. He's just like a wombat. He often falls, but he always lands on
All the others. I know. What is that noise?
What the?
Goal?
Don't be silly. If that were Goal, the next we could expect... Rufus?
Rufus.
Ouch.
Опа. Органонцы. Что происходит?
Everything's ready for detonation, Bailiff.
Всё готово,
Acknowledged,
Дмитрий.
Chief
Хорошо.
Blaster.
Мои.
Anything else? Are there no new instructions? We can start the countdown now. I appreciate your eagerness, but this is not a training maneuver. This is about destroying the zone around the Rust-Red Sea before we blow up the entire planet. I see, Bailey. Stop interrupting me. I know very well what is at stake here. Do you think I wasn't aware of all the implications? It is true. Inspector Cletus has not yet reached Elysium. We can only guess what kept him. But as long as there is still hope that he will complete his task, we need not worry. Until then, I don't want to hear about any countdowns. Do you understand? Yes, I do, Bailey. Cletus is going to succeed. He will convince the Council of Elders that there is no sentient life on Deponia. And, if he should fail, then we shall see to it that the planet is indeed uninhabited. Dismissed. I have too many worries of my own to deal with your moral misgivings, so get out! Out, I say! Yes, sir. Where the devil is Cletus?
Вот это жестко.
Only the most epic tales feature cruel depictions of saw blades crushed into cable boat walls. The attempt, though a blunt stunt, affected goals and planned, but surely can't be blamed on Rufus at all. Reckoning up the sun, the best was yet to come. For the end of part one seemed a little too coarse, and to amend we'll send him to attend a second chance for a decent happy ending, a grand fling with dancing and booze and so forth.
Так, куда мы попали? Это новый город какой-то из вот на воде. Здесь вон я походу бар вижу отсюда уже. Зевает.
I think I ought to fire my chiropractor. Doc?
Doc.
Huh. We seem to have docked. But where is everybody? Huh. A note from Bozo. That old pirate. Good morning, lazy bones. Doc took gold
Док
to his
забрал
office.
Gold к себе в офис.
Finally, someone
хоть у
who uses
кого-то
his
мозги на
brain.
месте.
She wasn't
Она
feeling all
себя
that well.
плохо чувствовала.
Yada yada yada.
И так
Blood
далее.
from
Это
her
так кровь
ears.
из
Blah,
ушей.
blah, blah.
И все
You can find
такое.
me in
Я
a
буду...
Tavern. Tavern? Now that sounds
Верно.
promising. Huh, there's something else. Don't
Вот
forget
еще.
to go and see Doc. He needs your help.
Ой, блин.
Why can't they ever manage without me?
А к Доку мы заглянем уже в следующей серии. Так что... О, я только сейчас заметил фото. Вот это. Куда? Здесь его семья. Прикол в том, что тут все бородатые. Даже он, даже... Вот... Крупный ребенок тоже бородатый, капец. Ладно, спасибо за просмотр. Ставьте пальцы вверх. И не забывайте писать комментарии, продолжать мне или нет. На этом все.